Woke TikTokers are now calling to kill ICE agents? Despicable. So-called transgender TikToker goes viral for urging followers to get a gun and kill ICE agents. A so-called transgender TikToker, who is a biological male, has gone viral for urging her followers to, quote, get a gun and kill immigration and customs enforcement agents. The apparent far-left TikToker, who goes by the name Redacted Radical on the platform, appears to be from either Alaska or California. At the time of the publishing of this article, the Gateway Pundit has been unable to verify her identity independently. She is seen stating on TikTok, "You can just kill ICE agents." She begins the video by saying, "You can just kill them."
You can just kill ICE agents. You know that? You can just kill them. You don't have to hold your phone in their face and ask people when their birthday is and ask people what their name is and then try to find wherever they end up in Los Angeles. You can kill them. This isn't about social media clout anymore. This isn't about video. This isn't about the phone. This is about get a gun and start killing ICE agents. They are deputized corrections officers. Kill them.
Steal, kill, and destroy. That's exactly what these people want. And I think it's pretty obvious by now that these people don't want to agree to disagree with you. They don't want to have a friendly debate. Speaking of radicals, unelected Democrat Senate parliamentarian rips out key parts of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, including defunding Medicaid for illegal aliens. John Thune responds by rolling over. An unelected leftist bureaucrat who no one voted for is single-handedly gutting President Trump's signature bill with the stroke of a pen, attempting to, and calls for her termination are emerging. But the Senate Majority Leader is not willing to go that far. On Thursday, Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonough struck down several key features of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, including defunding of Medicaid for illegal aliens and defunding gender-affirming care under Medicaid and CHIP, citing the Byrd Rule. She also axed the Medicare provider tax, which complicates the Senate GOP's math on the spending cuts it needs to pass the legislation. This is the second time she has removed key parts of Trump's bill. As the Gateway Pundit reported, she also over the weekend struck down several GOP provisions in the bill by applying the Byrd Rule. Here are the 4 key items she rejected. Number 1, the federal government defunding sanctuary cities. Number 2, defunding the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. DOJ targeted this agency. Number 3, the EPA's effort to roll back electric vehicle mandates. And number 4, a proposal to restrict federal courts from issuing nationwide injunctions. She is obviously a partisan hack who was appointed back in 2012 when Harry Reid ran the Senate. Fortunately, Republicans are under no obligation to abide by her activism because her opinion is merely advisory. For example, The Hill notes the Senate can hold a simple majority vote on the floor to establish a new precedent to expand the scope of what is eligible under reconciliation. The Senate GOP can also fire her and replace her with another parliamentarian with a simple majority vote. Given the Senate has 53 Republicans, they can afford to lose 3, provided VP J.D. Vance is available to break the tie. Senators such as Senator Tommy Tuberville has been calling for the GOP to take this exact step. However, Senate Majority Leader John Thune has responded by rolling over. He told the Washington Examiner, quote, that the firing or overruling of her would not be a good outcome for getting a bill done. How pathetic. Well, that is obviously the fundamental problem, is enabling these people and also tolerating these people. If there's an opportunity to legally get them out of the way, do it, Republicans. Cancer, acne rosacea, multiple sclerosis, and rheumatoid arthritis are 4 different diseases in 4 different areas of medicine. What if they can all be treated with parasite medication, and that turns out for these diseases to be true? What if I told you that if you had a pet or ate sushi, you are more likely to have parasites? This means that a lot of our ailments that we experience every day are caused not by environmental issues, but by parasites as well. This is something Big Pharma does not want you to know about. I know many of us check off many of these boxes. This is why Purge is offering their new liver cleanse products. For all of you out there that need to clear those toxins out once and for all, PurgeStore.com offers everything you need to cleanse and detox your body. Powerful enzymes and probiotics, 15-day colon cleanse protocols, liver cleanse, and of course, the Parasite Cleanse. Right now, if you go to purgestore.com and use promo code DREW, that's DREW, you will get 20% off your entire order. Use the link in the description below, purgestore.com, and support the Gateway Pundit today. The Gateway Pundit is supported by the people, we the people, that is you, the American people. We thank you for your support. Speaking of Democrats losing it, Arizona Democrat Rep bitterly attacks Carrie Lake over stolen election, calls her an adjudicated liar, demands she admits she lost in 2022, and dares her to run again. Carrie Lake responds with absolute fire. Carrie Lake faced off against an Arizona Democrat while testifying before the House Foreign Affairs Committee on Wednesday, and she absolutely obliterated him when he attempted to attack her over the stolen 2022 election. Representative Greg Stanton, Democrat in Arizona, used his time to launch a completely unhinged attack against Carrie Lake for more than 5 minutes straight over the 2022 election for Arizona governor, which clearly was stolen from her, to score cheap political points by calling her a liar and a loser. However, Carrie Lake clapped back with an incredible response, causing him to lose it.
You are an adjudicated liar and a two-time political
Chairman, I move to
loser
take down
in
those
Arizona.
those
I have
words,
one
please.
final question.
Chairman,
Reclaiming my time.
I'd like
I have
to
one
take
final
down
question.
those
I'm not gonna
words.
yield.
It's the gentleman's
I do not
33
yield.
seconds.
I have one final question for you,
Call
Ms.
someone a
Lake. You have
liar.
a chance
That's
to
not
answer.
how
Let me
you
one
treat
final
other
question.
people that
The
are being
gentlelady
questioned.
will suspend, please. Go ahead. You may
You
continue.
lost for governor in 2022 to Katie Hobbs. You lost even worse to Ruben Gallego for Senate in 2024. Well, Arizona has another election for governor next year. Will you do us all a favor and run it back and run for governor again? I yield.
The gentlelady,
No more questions.
Can I respond
You may
to
respond.
some of that? Because that was complete insanity. I wish I could yield back the last 5 minutes of my life, actually. And I want to apologize to the people of Arizona that we have somebody who's representing the folks in one of our great parts of the Valley that doesn't care about the integrity of our election. So but you weren't here, you came in late, and we're talking about USAGM today, the Agency for Global Media, and how they can put out absolute abject lies, and we can't control any, we have no say over what the editorial content is, and I would hope that you would not be okay with that. They could literally put out a lie about anybody here, and I know you've been the victim of that. I know you've been the victim. I remember the stories about you where they said you had a gay lover, and those were going out all
Mr.
over.
Chairman.
Can I
I
finish
hope
the
you
story?
honor what you just gave as a caution to everyone, and I moved those words be
to tell you that those kind of lies, and you said those were lies, those kind of lies could be broadcast today on VOA, and you couldn't pick up the phone, Representative Stanton, and call them and say, hey, you're putting out lies about me. You would not be able to do that because they would sue you for breaking the firewall. So lies are being told on Voice of America. It's inappropriate. You've been subjected to lies that you said were lies about you in the media before. And how would you like it if those lies were put on Voice of America right now? Because they could do it, and you couldn't do a thing about it. You couldn't stop it. You couldn't stop all those lies that you said were said about you if they went on Voice of America today. You'd have to sit and take it.
What an incredible response to such an absolutely disgraceful and distasteful attack. Well, after attacking Carrie Lake, this same Arizona Democrat, Greg Stanton, refused to say whether 60% of the machines failing in Lake's 2022 election was fair. Says Maricopa County has some of the best elections in the United States of America. Democrat Representative Greg Stanton repeatedly dodged questions from the Gateway Pundit's Jordan Conradson about the 2022 machine failures and other election anomalies in Maricopa County.
Do you think that it's fair when 60% of the machines break down on election day in Maricopa County when Republicans are turning out to vote more than Democrats?
All right.
Do you think that's a fair election?
Yeah,
I don't have one.
yeah.
Is that a fair election?
Carrie Lake was sued for defamation, and she took a default judgment. That means it's adjudicated
Okay,
for lies. So that's why
you
that's why I
avoided
was
the question.
addressing that.
Is it a fair election when you have 60% of the voting day machines breaking down?
We're going to accept me. Yeah, you want to comment on election conspiracies?
Is it a fair election? Do you think is that a fair election, sir?
We're We're not going through the election.
They can't answer the question because they know they're full of it. Whenever they're pressed, whenever they are asked to give an explanation to whatever is coming out of their mouths, they evade because they're used to just speaking in talking points. And whatever they say is supposed to just go. But whenever they're around someone that's pushing back, they flee. Don't you find it interesting? While Carrie Lake is in the process of dismantling a fake news machine and apparatus, that there is fake news lies coming from Democrats, opposition, right in the middle, in the midst of this process she's in. My name is Drew Hernandez for the Gateway Pundit, and you have been on Watch with Drew Hernandez. I'll see you guys on the next one.